Makailang ulit narinig sa House Committee on Justice ang naging banta ni Vice President Sara Duterte sa buhay ni Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., First Lady Liza Marcos at dating Speaker Martin Romualdez. At marami pang ibinunyag ang National Bureau of Investigation sa pagdinig. Masimayin natin yan. Makakausap natin ngayon si Attorney Rico Domingo, ang dating Pangulo ng Philippine Bar Association. Magandang hapon po, Attorney Domingo, and welcome sa ating PRTV News Special.
Good morning, Nina. Good morning, Jack.
Good afternoon na po.
Good afternoon.
Attorney.
Buong araw si
Parang
Sir.
ang feeling natin, kasi kanina umaga
Ang haba
pa
ng araw ngayon,
impeachment, ano? Oo.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Good afternoon.
Opo, maliwanag rin kasi sa studio.
Oo
Hindi
naman.
natin na-feel, no?
Parang bagong sikat pa lang.
Yes. Attorney Domingo, kayo po ba ay naging kontento dito sa naging takbo ng impeachment proceedings kanina po?
Well, the process was very consistent with the Supreme Court resolution and decision. And I suppose that they had been very, very scrutinous and very careful in going by and abiding by the guidelines of the Supreme Court in its decision. So I am very confident that they had fully come up with their verdict of that there is a probable cause for all these articles of incorporation.
Pero yun nga, attorney, bago tayo pumunta nga doon sa threat, no? Kanina isang naging partner, di ba, yung pagbukas doon sa BIR box. Marami ang bumoto talaga na wag na buksan kasi may sapat na kayo po, attorney, tingin nyo, mabuti na rin na hindi bubuksan yung box na yan ng BIR.
Yes, I earlier mentioned that it would not be advisable for the House Committee on Justice to open the box because that will only present another issue that might be delay the proceedings. No? After all, the achievement of the probable cause has already been there. So dapat ituloy na yan at i-file na ng House Committee on Justice ang recommendation nila with the articles of incorporation, articles of impeachment.
Of impeachment, opo. So lahat po kanina na nangyari, sa tingin niyo ba ay naaayon sa batas, yung isinagawang mga proceedings po kanina?
Yes, I believe that the Committee on Justice has abided by the Supreme Court guidance on that matter.
Opo. And dun sa pag-hire po kanina, dun sa bantang pagpatay sa Pangulo, sa First Lady po, sa dating Speaker, at ang mismong videos ang naghahayag ng mga intensyon, no, ng pangalawang Pangulo, sapat na po ba iyon para sa impeachment?
Sapat na po yun because I think the Director of National Bureau of Investigation had made the presentation as well. And with the aid of the IT people, as well as the authenticity of the video footages, therefore, I think they were able to come up with a probable cause of the third article of incorporation.
And I just want to add, no, I did hear kanina the NBI saying na meron silang mga parang suspects ba yun or binabantayan na security? Kasi di ba yung iba tinatanong, dapat meron siyang proof or meron kayong nakita na ebidensya na nag-hire siya ng assassin, etc. Kasi sabi niya, di ba, nag-hire siya ng papatay daw sa mga binantaan niya ng buhay.
Yeah, that's true. But again, we know that the Vice President was invited twice to come out with her own version of the situation, and she refused to abide by the invitation. So in other words, meron pang 6 na mga testigo na in-invite ng NBI to shed light dito sa nangyari. And I'm sure that the report that contains that particular aspect. So in other words, they had fully complied with the probable cause requirements for the third article of impeachment.
Pero yun nga, yun naalala mo, partner, yung tinanong ko kahapon, kasi nga, di ba, yung threat na gano'n na may banta sa buhay, kailangan ba yan ma-consummate? In a way, dati kasi sabi ko nga doon sa dati ko program, nag-surveillance kami, nag-undercover kami, parang kidnapper kami noong time na yun. Anyway, pero sabi sa amin ng police, para ma-consummate natin yung entrapment, kailangan yung nag-hire sa amin is magbigay ng pan-down, pang-gas. Para lang daw makita mo yung exchange ng pera. Dito hindi kailangan.
Hindi na kailangan dito because the threat has already been committed.
Okay. Dahil grave threat siya.
Great threat po yon at nakita po naman nila. At hindi naman dapat ma-feel ng object of the threat. It is the intended action that there's a threat being hurled on the subject. And this particular case would be the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker.
Okay.
Yung na rin po natin no, yung report na aming kasamahang si Willie Delgado Jr. na kesyo may assassin. Yun nga po yung sinasabi ko kanina. At talagang meron silang mga suspects, ano? So, ito po ba sa tingin nyo lalabas pagdating sa mismong impeachment trial? Itong mga suspects na ito o yung mga meron na raw silang minamanmanan na mga kinausap whether one person or a lot of
Assassin.
or ilan doon sa security group niya na assassin para patayin daw ang presidente at ang kanyang asawa at ang dating speaker.
Yan ay bahagi sa investigation ng NBI at saka nakalagay yan sa report nila. I don't think they are able to divulge that openly right now, but that will be under consideration ng Committee on Justice. No? So, yan ay mga testigo niyan ay pipresent ng NBI ng prosecution sa Senate trial.
Kasi yun ang sabi nila, wala naman kayo ma-produce na assassin. So now, we found out na meron pala. Meron pala silang binabantayan at na-narrow down nila ito doon sa security group ng VP. Kaso ang dami, hundreds, 500 plus daw. Compared to VP Lenny's only like 30 security during her time.
And that particular aspect, hindi naman kailangan magkaroon pa ng identification assassin. Kasi the crime of threat had already been committed even now. So in other words, if you hurl the threat, and it doesn't have to be that the subject of the threat has to feel it. It is the act of threatening the person. Kaya kung yung another matter would be the testigo. But that is another matter for trial.
Alam nga naman intayin nyo na i-consummate nyo yun. Actually gawin yun.
Magkaroon ng attempt talaga.
But that will only intensify and generate that suspicion na talagang kinumit ng subject matter.
Yes.
Oo, kasi attorney and partner, matatandaan nga natin sa early parts nga si Congressman Rufus Rodriguez, sinabi niya, meron pa daw conditional threat at threat with condition. Ang sinabi naman kasi ni VP Sara ay kung may mapatay siya, yun yung doon lang magkakaroon ng retaliation.
The threat had already been committed, and that is according to Pedrito Garma versus People of the Philippines.
Okay.
So mens rea and actus reus had already come on. So lahat ng elements ng threat nandiyan na po. At hindi na madi-deny natin yan.
Okay.
And again, for the sake of argument, because we've been hearing, kasi for some people, it's plain and simple. The video speaks for itself. You don't even need to, anybody can understand what
Kung
they
sinabi
saw.
niya, yeah.
The whole world saw it. And then some people would go and say na, emotional lang siya, baka joke. Hindi niya yun, di ba? Hindi niya yun hindi siya seryoso nung sinabi niya yun, parang bugso ng damdamin. Can that be an argument?
Well, coming from a very responsible public official like the Vice President, hindi man sasabihin yung mga bagay-bagay na yan sa publiko Right? So in other words, ang tao ay ina-anticipate nila na sinasabi ng kanilang liderato ay something serious. At hindi nila sabihin joke lang yan. Hindi mo gino-joke ang papatay mo ang isang tao. Hindi mo gino-joke na bibigyan mo ng ganyang klaseng threat ang isang tao. Kaya dapat yan, ang context niya would be even in the interviews of the Vice President later on, as mentioned by your reporter, sinasabi na niya yun. There'll be a bloodbath. So all of these are all violent indications na ipe-pursue yung threat na yon.
Yeah.
Meron pa, di ba? Pati yung kapatid niya, di ba?
Pati yung kapatid niya, si Puling.
Si Polong ba?
Si Polong, si Baste. Yung sabi niya yung ulo.
Ano yung isa, may rage pa eh.
Oo,
diba?
yung rage. Yung sinabi, yung isa lang ang ulo na gusto namin, yung ulo ng ating Pangulo.
At saka yung binoxing niya yung sheriff.
Oh, yeah. Di ba? Noong time.
He's capable of the same, doing violence.
So lahat yun titingnan.
Titingnan po lahat.
So, ano magiging next step, Sir? Bali, ito sa plenary. Ano to? Sa plenary ba, magbobotohan lang doon or pwede pang scrutinize ng ibang congressman?
Nasa final phase na po tayo. So they will refer the matter to the House Rules, which will give it to the plenary.
Okay.
And the plenary has 60 days from the time of the referral, session days, to come out with the impeachment articles and towards the
Senate.
Senate.
So when do you think this will finally go to the Senate? How long will it take, more or less?
Well, the famous word is forthwith.
Forthwith. Balik tayo doon.
Sabi po ni Senate President, forthwith would be either May 4 when they resume session and immediately thereafter. In other words, he would not follow the lead of the former speaker, the former Senate President, and he will make sure that the trial will commence as soon as possible.
So we can see the trial happening next week?
Yes, we can.
Pero
Wow, sa dami na nangyayari sa ating bansa, ano? Talagang dire-diretso yung mga events
ganap,
katulad po nito. Kala ko meron pang pagbobotohan no, sa plenary. You need
1/3.
one-third.
one-third. Oo. So now, as we saw, there's 53 who voted, ano?
Yes.
53-0. Wala
Yes,
nang
yes.
nag-dissent. So how many more do we need? About
Parang
53 more.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But remember that the first
106.
petition, 200 plus.
Yeah.
Remember, 215 if I'm not mistaken. So we can probably gather the same number.
More than what is required.
More than
Yeah.
required.
Kung sakali lang, attorney, hypothetically, kung sakali lang, para lang may mapag-usapan, kung sakali ma-acquit si VP Sara sa Senado, anong gagawin dun sa mga ebidensya niya? Pwede ba siyang gamitin as evidence para sa isang criminal case? Immune po ba ang Vice President?
Walang immunity ang Vice President. In fact, under the Constitution, pwede pa rin siyang ihabla criminally for plunder, direct bribery, and other violent crimes. No? So, in other words, hindi siya freed from that. We have to stress the fact that ang impeachment is actually not an ordinary criminal case.
Yeah, oo.
Yan is designed to remove the respondent from office and at the same time disqualify him or her from running for another public office. That is the province or the objective of the impeachment.
Opo. Kung sakali pong magbitiw raw bilang vice-presidente itong si VP Sara, ano magiging epekto nito sa kanyang impeachment case or impeachment trial?
Well, kung nagbitiw siya, pwede pa rin ituloy ng Senate ang impeachment.
Kahit nagbitiw na.
Kahit nagbitiw na siya. At yung criminal cases na nabanggit natin, pwede pa rin i-file yun at walang double jeopardy doon. Walang separate po yung crimes na yan. No? So even according to our Father Bernas, kahit na convicted ka sa impeachment, you are not allowed to avail of the clemency. Hindi pwedeng ipardon.
Okay.
Okay.
That's beyond the pale of the impeachment. In other words, if there is a friendly president na gustong i-pardon ang impeached and convicted impeachable officer, hindi pwede niyang i-convict. Hindi niya pwedeng i-pardon yan.
And attorney, tingin mo nag-backfire sa camp ni Vice President Sara Duterte itong ginawa ng yung naging desisyon ng Supreme Court na binusisi talaga yung mga ebidensya bago ipasa sa Senate. Kumbaga sila naman yung humingi nito Pero ngayon, nalantad, nabuklat yung mga ebidensya. Tingin mo nag-backfire yung naging petition nila last year?
Hindi naman. Kinlarify lang ng Supreme Court, being the highest court of the land. Kinlarify na nila na ito yung guidelines. Ngayon, ang ginawa nilang Committee on Justice, finalo nila to the letter ang guidelines. Kaya walang masasabing merong katiwalian or any infirmity sa ginawa nilang guidelines.
Kasi kung matatandaan mo, partner, di ba? Una nilang parang sabi, masyadong pinag-iinitan.
Yeah.
Yung VP, ba't daw masyadong mabusisi sa paghimay ng mga ebidensya? In the first place, sumunod lang sa guidelines ang Kamara.
So, hindi lang yon. At binigyan ng pagkakataon ng VP na mag-present ng sarili niyang depensa. Several times, hindi naman masasabi ng Committee on Justice na hindi binigyan ng due process ang respondent. Even up to now, there was even news na dapat binigyan din ng pagkakataon ang respondent na mag-file ng memorandum. Kasi nakalagay naman sa rules yun. Pero hindi na yata ginawa yun because tapos na
Okay, so going back to the pardon na sinabi niyo, hindi siya pwedeng i-pardon sakaling siya ay matuloy ang itong impeachment or convicted po siya, no? Anong difference po nito doon sa nangyari kay dating Pangulong Estrada na napardon po ni dating Pangulong Arroyo?
Si Estrada was not, hindi natapos ang impeachment
Yes.
ni President Estrada kasi naka-second people power, right?
Yeah.
Because yung
Sa
envelope,
botohan,
sa envelope,
Yes.
Yung OCPDAL account.
1110 yon. Ito, kaya naman pinardon siya because na-convicted siya sa plunder.
Yes,
Another
plunder.
crime, hindi impeachment.
Hindi sa impeach.
Kaya pwede siya maipardon. Pinardon po yata siya ni dating
Yeah.
Presidente GMA.
Absolute pardon during the time.
Oo.
Yeah.
Kaya naka-run against siya for mayor.
And muntik pang manalo actually.
Nanalo pa siya.
Nag-cover rin
Oo.
ako.
Nag-over ka rin.
Pero pag ganito naman, pag merong conviction, hindi na pwedeng i-claim.
Hindi na pwede. Iba po yung sa impeachment
Iba
na
po
natuloy. Kung nagtuloy-tuloy.
Exactly.
No? Alright.
Pero yung nakita nyo, attorney, once na realistically, nakikita nyo ba may numbers sa Senate? Kasi sabi ko nga sinabi nyo rin na political process na to. Kahit gaano kabigat nga yung ebidensya, yung ilang beses na namin pinag-usapan ni partner niya, may isang senador, sinasabi niya, kahit sunugin siya, mangangamoy Duterte siya. I mean, may mga ganong klaseng senador na magiging judge na, I mean, parang ngayon pa lang, buo na loob nila kung ano yung boboto nila.
Ang sabi ni Father Bernas, ang aming dean sa Ateneo, sinabi niya, this is a political justice. No? And therefore, this is a sui generis. One classification. No? This is a political, may political dimension dito. But if you look at the impeachment, the Chief Justice Corona, initially, bata pa kayong dalawa no? Yung time na yon,
Hindi naman po.
Naging honest na kami, hindi na kayo bata.
Hindi naman po. Nandiyan na.
what we can feel sa pulse ng mga senators at that time, 24 yon, no, kasama. Mukhang i-acquit. Eventually, tatlo lang ang nagsabing i-acquit, no? Si Joker Arroyo, si Miriam Defensor, at saka yung president, si Bongbong Marcos. And the rest said convicted, no? Earlier, the prognosis would be ma-acquit si Corona.
Yeah.
But somehow, in the middle of the proceedings and the eventual decision-making, nakita na convicted si Chief Justice Corona. So hindi natin masasabi ngayon at this juncture because these people are political players, no? And pwedeng tinitingnan nila ang kanilang opportunities sa 2028.
Yeah, yun.
And pwede magkaroon ng realignment, no? Realignment ng political forces, and therefore hindi natin masasabi na hindi sila mag-decide on this particular direction. So hindi natin masasabi yan. Kung sabagay, sasabihin lang ng iba, abangan.
Yes,
Diba?
yun talaga.
Abangan
Abangan. Exciting nga eh.
Oo,
O ano
diba?
ang, sino yung babaliktad.
Kung meron man na babaliktad talaga.
Oo. Pero nakakatakot lang po dito, ano nangyayari sa ating bayan?
Honestly, yun nga. Yeah.
Di ba? At nakalimutan natin how to alleviate ourselves from the crisis. At nakatutok tayo dito sa ating But anyway, this is a very good example na merong accountability tayong binibigay sa isang public officer, no? Because public office is a public trust. And therefore, the people who elected the person who is impeached, they would know exactly what happened and whether they would like to have her or him at the helm of the government later on.
Kaya nga po na.
Yes, as we all know, number one pa rin po siya sa surveys. So people cannot help but think, di ba, that this could also be, it's very
Yes.
political at this point.
Pero
Tsaka
may counterpoint, excuse me, Jack, may counterpoint dyan. 65% or 60% said the impeachment has to go
Should
on.
Yes,
continue.
oo.
Because they
So
want to
we
see.
have to take that in consideration and we can feel the pulse of the people kung ano mangyayari. Kasi pag nakita nila ang body of evidence dito at nakita nila nangyari, the people will have a different mindset altogether.
Pero sir, nag-flex na rin naman si ating BC, di ba? Maaga siya nag-declare, natatakbo siya bilang Pangulo.
Well, prerogative po niya yan. Lahat naman ng tao may sarili-sariling pa. Pero titingnan natin muna yan kung ano mangyayari.
Okay.
Ayun, talagang abangan.
Abangan.
Kaabang-abang talaga. Well, maraming salamat.
Thank you, Nina.
Attorney Rico Domingo, former president ng Philippine Bar Association. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Salamat, attorney.
Jack.